Canteen Services Coordinator here at MPL, and welcome to the MPL Kitchen and Cooking with MPL and Flipster. Today we're going to be accessing MPL's virtual library to cook Irish Stout Onion Soup from this month's Canadian Living magazine using Flipster. So first, let's show you how to access the recipes and the other best-selling magazines available with your library card using Flipster. I'll be accessing this on a tablet, but you could also use your mobile device like your cell phone or even access on your desktop computer. Open your web browser and go to the Midland Public Library's website. Click on Collections to bring up the drop-down menu and select eBooks and Audiobooks. From here, you want to scroll down until you see Flipster Digital Magazines and click on that icon. From here, you can see plenty of best-selling magazines including Style at Home, Canadian Living, Chatelaine, and Maclean's. Click on the title that you'd like to read. And from here, you just scroll through with your finger just as if you were turning the pages. Today we're going to be using this recipe for Irish Stout Onion Soup to cook the recipe that's on the cover of Canadian Living for November and December. It's important to begin any good recipe by washing your hands. So to begin, I like to prepare and gather together all of my ingredients. My eyes are watering from all the onions. So for this Irish Stout Onion Soup, we are going to need 2 tablespoons of salted butter, 4 onions halved and thinly sliced, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, 1 clove of garlic finely chopped, 1 teaspoon of finely chopped thyme, 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of sodium-reduced beef broth, 1 cup of Irish Stout or dark beer, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 8 slices of baguette bread about 3/4 inch thick, and 1.5 cups of grated cheddar. Our first step is to melt the butter over medium heat in a large saucepan. And we're going to add our butter. Next, we're going to add our onions and stir them often and cook them for about 10 minutes until they get soft. So after the onions have been cooking for about 10 minutes and they're nice and soft, you want to add the maple syrup and the balsamic vinegar. So now we've mixed in our maple syrup and our balsamic vinegar and stirring the onions good until they're nice and tender and starting to get golden brown, maybe another 10 minutes. And then you want to season with a little salt and pepper. So now we're going to go ahead and add in the garlic and the thyme. Cook this, stirring it occasionally, for about 30 minutes. The onions have been caramelizing for a good 20 minutes, and now we're going to sprinkle some flour over top as a thickening agent for our soup. Once the flour is coated all the onions, we're going to add in our broth. And our beer, and finally our Dijon mustard. We're going to stir that all together, scraping the bottom of the pan to get up any of the brown bits, and we're going to bring that to a boil. Oh, it looks really good. I was a little bit worried there for a minute. It wasn't really looking like French onion soup, but now it looks like French onion soup. So you bring it to a boil, like it is now, and then you reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. This seems like a really great time to test the taste. Oniony. This is a great recipe for a hearty meal when the weather turns cold in November and December. It's a little bit ironic that it's about plus 17 today while I'm making it, but that's okay. After it's been simmering for 10 minutes, you can stop here and refrigerate it for up to 3 days in an airtight container, or freeze it for 3 months. For the next step, when you're ready to cook your bread and cheese on top of your soup, you want to preheat your broiler. You want to divide your onion soup into your oven-proof bowl. Then you want to arrange 2 slices of baguette on top and sprinkle with cheese. If you're anything like me, you like lots of cheese. Sprinkle with a little bit of pepper. And then you want to bake it in the broiler until the cheese is nice and melted and golden brown. So it's been about 2 minutes, so let's check and see how our soups are doing. Et voila! Irish Stout Onion Soup.